I'm going to show you second match played between Scarlett and s0s during Grand Final in Intel Extreme Masters PyeongChang 2018 tournament. Scarlett is on the right, s0s is on the left. They're playing at IEM Season 12 PyeongChang Starcraft 2 tournament. It's the second event of IEM Season 12 which hosts a Starcraft 2 tournament organized by ESL and held in PyeongChang, South Korea. It was organized together with the International Olympic Committee, as you can see here, Electronic Sports League, so it went a step closer to Olympic Games. The prize pool is $150,000, 18 players, 9 Zerg, 4 Terran, 5 Protoss. Here you can take a look at the map pool, the prize pool distribution. Second place $25,000, third, fourth place $12,500, first place $50,000. You can also take a look at the participants right here. Who were they? Their nicknames. The results: Scarlett versus s0s. I'm showing you this match right here. Scarlett won by 3 wins. Total score is 4-1. Also, you can see that Scarlett had very few problems winning this. 3 out of 4 matches. Only had 1 loss versus 3 wins, and her first match had a score of 3-0. s0s, on the other hand, has had a much better performance. He didn't lost a single match, not even a single match. He played against the Protoss, DNS. The second match was against the Terran, Kelazur. The third match against the Terran Special, and during the finals he played against Scarlett. On the other hand, Scarlett played against a Zerg player, Cham, Terran player, Time, Zerg player, Serral, Zerg player, a Laser, and in the finals she played against the Protoss player s0s. You can also learn about the racial distribution in various stages of the brackets, map statistics. You can watch some of these games of IEM Season 12 PyeongChang Starcraft 2 tournament at AndYouLeftTHeGAme YouTube channel. You can find this channel by typing AndYouLeftTHeGAme in YouTube search bar. And if you end up with a channel that has no blank spaces, click on it and you'll be right where you have to be. Here you can find the game you want to watch. On the other hand, if you typed in AndYouLeftTHeGAme into search bar and ended up with a YouTube channel with a blank space, click on it, look to the right for featured channels and click on AndYouLeftTHeGAme without blank space, and you'll be in the main channel. Now that we know about the YouTube channel, the tournament in the match, let's learn more about the players. The first player is s0s. He goes by the name of Kim Yo-jin. He's from South Korea and he made over $500,000 playing StarCraft 2. He had many nicknames and an alternative ID, Shy. In any case, we know him as s0s. He goes from the very beginning, from 2011, and he was involved probably everywhere. He was for some time retired, at least a little bit, and got back. Unfortunately, he wasn't successful in this final, but he did manage to reach a final, so that's a big deal also. You can learn about his history there by season, by match, learn about his trivias, awards, achievements in various tournaments, learn in which tournaments he made the most money or the least. Learn more about those tournaments by searching about them. You can also read interviews that date back to 2012. Take a look at his matches and check out his pictures. Familiarize with the way he looks like. His opponent goes by the nickname of Scarlett. Her name is Sasha Hostin. She's 24 years old and she, as well as s0s, had many nicknames. She also has many alternative IDs, but we know her as a Scarlett. She dates back to very beginning, also 2012, when she was playing for Eclipsia. Here you can at any point stop the video and learn more about her. Learn more about trivias, her games, achievements, see where she made the most money in premier tournaments, major tournaments, and least money in minor tournaments. You can learn about her championships, matches, and VODs. Read through the interviews, check out her articles, and look through her gallery provided here. Now that we know about the players, YouTube channel, and the tournament, let's go to the game, to the match itself. Currently it's 1-0, Scarlett is in the lead, so she's certainly where she has to be. She's prevailing. And we'll see if she can keep up with this stream of victories. First things first, she opens a 0-minute second hatchery. As you can see, her movements are quite quick. She mostly uses hotkeys, and that's how it should be. Obviously, this gives a lot of time for the player to move around the map with. Furthermore, the spawning pool is on its way. Overlord, one Overlord is positioned north to the potential third base, and one Overlord is flying to s0s's second base to scout. We see that s0s was sending his probe all around. On the other hand, Scarlett has successfully scouted s0s second base. Another queen has finished. Queens are very important for consistent injects and as a defensive unit that can defend against air units, or at least give enough time. Also, queens can move really fast on creep, so they can move around and intercept potential attacks. Scarlett has went with a 2-minute third hatchery, so we can see that she's focusing quite a bit on economy in this game. That's a risk, but s0s is not on the offensive, while Scarlett will test s0s walls there. If those links can go through the wall off, they could potentially kill a probe or two. Obviously that few links can't really do much harm, but with enough microing they could potentially kill a important unit. In any case, as you can see, Scarlett did not open her third base inside of her vicinity where there's a mineral base with only 4 mineral patches. No, she opened in a lot more exposed area, but that, if well defended or not attacked, can provide a lot more resources. In the end, this will increase her ability to win this. We see that creep is being focused towards the middle, so she wants to create herself a bridge into her opponent's base, so that the troops could travel a little bit faster. On creep, Zerg units travel either extremely faster like queens, or a little bit faster like most of the other units. However, this speed is helping to better surround enemy armies, to reinforce your own armies, or to intercept drops and air unit harassment efforts made by your opponent. So creep in overall is very important, so defending as a Zerg player is just a little bit better. In any case, we see that Scarlett has decided to go for a 4th base inside of her vicinity there, so she won't risk 4th base even further north at this point at 6 minutes. It looks like that's a viable decision. Besides, Zerg needs those hatcheries so that the Zerg could build units very quickly. In any case, we see that Scarlett has chosen to go for a Baneling play here, and the Banelings are not that effective against Protoss as they are effective against biological units such as Marines, but they are effective if they can get those Baneling connections, because there is quite a bit of damage that's being done especially if they are done in great numbers. In any case, it seems that s0s will not commit its adept attack as he did the last game, which was destroyed. That adept attack last game was completely obliterated without s0s gaining pretty much anything. So he's going to have a much better, tougher force this time. Scarlett is consistently moving her troops from one side to the other, expecting attacks. Here an attack has been noticed, so she's consistently looking at the minimap, searching for enemy drops, attacks here. And this drop has been defended with terrifying efficiency there. Here we see that Scarlett is looking for some kind of a proxy base in the potential fifth base in a top right corner. A lot of creep tumors have been ordered here. We're going to see on the map a line of creep tumors. Also, it seems that Scarlett is soon going to max out, will start dropping into the main base, and will be moving on to the offensive. Very interesting. Here we see a lurker drop going into the main base. However, on the middle side, the Zerg force is incapable of dealing any serious damage to s0s that has many colossus that are defending. Look at that, those... well, it's only 2 colossus, but the firepower that they produce is good enough. Scarlett is making very successful drops, but her main army is having a very hard time actually breaking through. It seems that she's going to attack from 2 sides. In this case, look at that army movement, so beautiful, stretching through a large area. And now with all that force concentrated on 2 sides, Scarlett is not having a problem breaking through. Look at that, s0s is incapable of dealing. Look at that, they got blocked out. They won't be fighting through the choke point. Well, that means Scarlett is not going to have a problem fighting here and winning a second base for herself, which will make s0s much weaker. Now he will commit through the choke point and do a lot of damage. However, he does not see this as a victory. I think that s0s would have been able to defend. If you look at it, he is making nearly as much money as Scarlett. However, Scarlett's ability to reproduce would have been a lot greater. Besides, he probably believed Scarlett was a lot more powerful than she was. And if we take a closer look, we see 20 Zerglings, 21 Hydralisks, 5 Lurkers, 4 Queens. It looks like Scarlett had just enough to counterattack this situation that s0s was in with the forces that she had. So all in all, it was a beautiful game. It's 2-0 and Scarlett is in the lead.